Let's give Alderman JP Smith, the Maytham member for Safety and Security at the City of Cape Town, a chance to have his say, not on Trump versus Harris, but on the spirit of the government of national unity infusing law enforcement in the province and in the city. The city has been arguing for the devolution of police powers, not just the devolution of police powers, but the devolution of rail management and other things as well. But there is now an agreement between the DA-led Western Cape government, the DA-led City of Cape Town, and with SAP's management at national level or just regional level, JP. Good afternoon.
Afternoon, sir. It's Harris. Sorry, I had to get that in there. Preference expressed. So what we have is an agreement that will be signed on Friday morning between the South African Police, the Western Cape government, and the City of Cape Town. This is the outcome of a conversation that was long requested and then responded to by Minister Senzo Mchunu, the new National Minister, and his two deputies who came to see Mayor Hill Lewis and myself and MEC Andrew Murray. And in that meeting, he started the meeting by saying we desperately need collaboration, cooperation. We all agreed that that should be formally captured in an agreement that is called a cooperation agreement, underpinned by an implementation agreement, which spells out the nuts and bolts of what we do. The cooperation agreement was workshopped with the Safety and Security cluster yesterday with all the CPFs and neighborhood watches at the City Hall, was well attended. And 13 areas of collaboration or cooperation were spelled out, which lays a very good foundation, and very strong commitments to cooperation were made by all, including the National Minister very loudly. And this effectively means that the agreement we started working on 2.5 years ago, the so-called Safer Cities Agreement, has now been finalized and will be signed. And that's really good progress. And I think what we're seeing is a lot less adversarial approach by national government, definitely a changing of the guard from where we were with Trele to where we are with Mchunu. And I am cynical always with national government, but I'm very much optimistic with where we are now.
Genuine cooperation is, of course, always better than contestation. And for the moment, you are of the mind that the cooperation which is on the table is going to be genuine.
Yes, sir, because we've spelled out very practically what it is we need. So devolution is still something I very much want to achieve. Ultimately, I'd like to see the control of SAPs devolved to provincial and local government to make us more agile. But whilst that debate carries on, there are practical things we can do. In 2018, we convinced the National Minister of Justice through the Institute for Municipal Public Safety, where we played as the city a significant role in drawing up a schedule of amended powers. We got the minister to change those powers. There were powers left out. We're still lobbying for those. So that would be a good first test of a commitment by national government to amend these. And I've contacted Ian Cameron as the portfolio chair now to ask him to work on this and that we get stuck into that immediately. And then there are lots of good things where we can really help SAPs, where we're not serving ourselves, where we're helping SAPs with technology, we're helping SAPs with radios, and communication system. We're assisting them to get onto computer-aided dispatch because no modern police service can run without computer-aided dispatch, and that's not something the National Police Service has. It's something that the city invested in a long time ago, and there are distinct ways we can help. We've given them facilities a little while ago, Browns Farm, most recently in Fulani, where we're handing facilities to national government, to SAPs to help them with the Department of Public Works has not been able to assist. And there will be more to come. So I'm optimistic. We have a new building that we're moving into in Goodwood. We've left space in that building for SAPs. We're going to go show the minister as soon as he's available. So I'm taking them at face value and in good faith. And let's see where this leads us. But there's some very practical stuff that would immediately impact around gang violence and extortion and the ability to share crime intelligence and share data in ways that were not previously possible with the political guidance being given.
Okay, and you indicated there, my next question was going to be, at what point can one realistically expect to see a meaningful difference in the lives of people who live in areas where crime is a constant threat to them? and you've said pretty much immediately in some areas.
So we have made good progress with the extortion investigations. Over the last couple of months, there's already been a change of attitude from SAPS as the sort of political messaging is trickling through. So I'm optimistic that we will see accelerated cooperation on the extortion thing, similar to where we got to with the kidnapping. Made very good breakthroughs with kidnapping. We'd like to see the same happen around the very serious threat that various extortion syndicates hold for the public and private sectors. Gang violence is a major crisis to our city. Many communities that are held hostage by small groups of thugs. I like the language Minister Mkhunu deployed yesterday when he talked about how we talk about gangs and that we need to redefine actually what they are, that they are a threat to the sovereignty of their state, and that they're not criminal syndicates. They're worse, and we need to redefine how we think about them. So I think he's moving in the right direction, and whether it's the government of national unity laying this foundation or just his personal style of leadership, it is moving us in a space where our services can work together. And we've seen this over the last few weeks, for instance, with the immigration enforcement, where the Department of Home Affairs and Immigration Services have really come to the party and are part of SAPS roadblocks and city roadblocks, where Metro Police has gone out and done significant arrests around immigration enforcement, and where we're moving in a different direction quite rapidly. And in fact, some very practical applications which you will see visibly in the very foreseeable future.
And we will check in with you then in the foreseeable future. JP, thank you for talking to us this afternoon. And we will ask for evidence that this new spirit of cooperation is having an impact which people can feel. It's all very well for political leaders to tell us that there is a difference, but people need to feel the difference in their lives. But let's not be too cynical. Let's give it a chance.